Yep.
So I'll just rush the recap. You guys heard about some bad stuff going down. It looks like Jiro is in league with the Blood Knives.
And we're scarpered after having a stupid meeting in the distance with Fabio. And
well, you guys were just trying to have a meeting by yourself. Fabio just happened to,
I know,
be there.
and that's and then Fabio's like had his hair blowing in the wind and thought he was pretty cool, and Rukka was praying at his altar, and yeah.
I don't know. You all disagreed with him, as I recall, and left. You snuck Amia, Jack, and Hank out of camp with you, but you've lost Tenet, who's headed off to the runes with the Spirit Forge, or Spirit Warehouse.
Yep.
And you have rushed off into the night. The camp behind you, a roiling ant hive of activity, fires burning more and more distantly as you leave Clearwater? Were you at Clearwater?
Deepwater.
Deepwater. Okay, cool. Yes, you're headed towards Clearwater or Freshwater, somewhere.
That water.
Anyway, let's go to the map. Let's go to the map.
It's freshwater.
Yeah, I was on a different page. Yeah, you're headed to Freshwater. All right, there we go. Excellent. Yeah. All right. So I guess there are just a few questions. How much are you force marching during the night to get away from these people? And what's the plan? I've heard that it's to head to Freshwater and then through the Needles and kill the Blood Knives. Is that
That's the general idea, yeah.
all right?
How do we feel about rushing? Like, do we want to put on a pace, or do we want to just
we will get levels of fatigue, or even worse, exhaustion, which will possibly catch up to us. But maybe we have no alternative, unless we wish to put something in the way of the pursuing masses to slow them down.
I mean, they're going to be slower, just in general.
They will, absolutely.
Isn't part of the camp on fire at the moment as well?
Yes.
No.
Part of Deepwater
was. Town is on fire.
Ah, the town.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you recall, they were Jiro and his group were largely ignoring that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about Deepwater. So the town being on fire is actually doing nothing to really slow them down, other than maybe sow a bit of confusion. I don't know what we could do to slow them further, but I'm open to suggestions, unless we just want to leg it and see what happens.
I mean, I'm happy to just go as fast as we can. Like, if the sand spiders can keep up, like, I think we could probably, because once we get to the freshwater and then try to travel through the Needles, we could probably slow down a little bit and actually take a rest. But if we travel this, like, the long stretch basically as quick as possible, we're probably not going to get caught up with. And then once we're like through the Needle, once we pass the Needles and stuff, it's unlikely that we're going to get,
Okay, so we are leaving Deepwater. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's 60 feet. It's fine.
We're already there. This is what I was saying last week. Aaron should change that.
So, every square is 10 miles.
That's what I was just counting.
There's a key down the bottom.
I know. That's why I was counting them. It's 160 miles to the Needles. So what you're talking about isn't happening in a day or two. It's happening in close to over a week.
Yep.
So just pushing past them may not work. Pushing forward as hard as we can. We'll see. Especially if we start getting fatigued. It's no simple matter.
Very true.
Which is why I was saying if we can put anything on the road to slow them down. Not that I know what we could put on the road.
Monsters?
Yes. Do you have any in your pocket?
Give me a couple of days. I could fashion some out of
Some fine jewelry.
some fine jewelry.
Shaped as a rearing funnel web.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I don't know. We can push forward and see what happens. The other option is we can leave the road.
Damn,
It'll-
30 mile away.
It'll be harder going and slower, but we won't have to worry about Jiro and that unless they wait at the needles for us.
I think we should try and keep ahead of them. That seems to be smarter than.
They're trying to set up an ambush for us too.
Yeah.
So if we can get ahead of that, we'll get to that point earlier.
Remember, the Blood Knives had left deep water. So we don't know where they are. They're another variable which we have not taken into consideration and know exactly where they are going to be or what they are going to do. Rukka, you said that Jiro was in league with them for them to slow us down or to cause us problems. So,
And that we were going to be about 2 days away.
But they may be watching the road as well. Anyway, we'll keep pushing on it and we'll work it out as we go, I guess.
All right, so you guys going to push for a while during the night. So, does anybody have more than 30-foot movement speed?
I can.
I can.
Let me double check. Hold on.
What do you mean by you can?
Wolves move more than 30, don't they?
So you can shapeshift into a wolf. How long can you shapeshift for?
A couple hours, isn't it?
I think it's until you short rest, maybe?
Maybe
How long does your shapeshift last for? It should be under...
What is it?
Equal to half your druid level. Hours equal half your druid level.
So there you go, 3 hours. And wolves do, they have 40-foot movement.
Okay, cool.
I can long strider myself and 2 other people with a level 3 spell slot.
I could probably even shapeshift into something faster than that still. How long does Longstrider last for?
An hour.
So, Druid, what can I shapeshift into?
And then I can also thunderstep like an extra 300 feet.
Maximum.
Elk are pretty fast. Oh wait, can you do that into an elk?
No, I can't transform.
No, I meant
Grail.
That's, okay, what would be the challenge rating of a cheetah? Or some other creature like that. A panther challenge rating. Quarter. That's there you go. A panther has a 50 feet movement speed, so I can transform into a panther or some.
Yeah, big cat.
Big cat.
Suitable big cat. Move fast.
Yep.
Okay, 50 feet. Sure.
I mean, that's only just you though. I don't think.
Don't need to be the fastest, just faster than you.
It just means that it just
not
means
concerned
that
about the rest of us.
if you have a faster movement speed, it just means you're not hustling. That's all I'm trying to work out. Who's hustling? So whoever the slowest person is, you'll either move at the slowest person's rate, or that person will have to hustle.
And they will be fatigued.
Yeah, exactly. So the person who's the slowest will have a harder constitution check to make it through. The next thing that I'm going to ask is, who's wearing what type of armor? Are you wearing armor while you're hustling? Are you putting like your armor on the camel? Or are you like stripping down your gear at all? Like, is anybody at all encumbered? Or is everybody unencumbered?
Do we still have
Joe Camel?
Joe.
Yes, we do.
Hell yeah. You got Joe.
Cool.
Joe is the Joe is the spirit beast of the party. He's
I'm
actually
pretty sure
he's
he
actually the
did
5th
defeat.
member.
think Joe Camel pretty fast.
I
Probably
thought
is, especially
I
on
thought what's his
deserts.
name was the 5th member. What's your little pal's name?
Arthur. Nah,
Arthur. Yeah.
Arthur's not the 5th member. He belongs with me, so he and I occupy the same membership.
Just like Tracksuit and what's the name of your bees? Do you have you named them all individually?
Enid is the collective.
The collective,
noun.
yeah, Enid. That's right. Yes.
For they are legion.
That's right. They are legion.
Enid is the the 5th to 5 millionth member of the team.
For they are legume and delicious.
Cool.
Even as a panther, I could take you, I reckon.
When you're challenge reading a quarter, I got this. All right. So, you're going to transform into a cat to go faster.
Mhm.
No one's wearing heavy armor, correct?
I'll
Actually-
probably take my my breastplate off if we're going to be doing this. Yeah.
All right. So you're going to strip down to your just robes. So the heaviest armor is Rukka in a breastplate.
Yep.
And
But you're
everybody
gonna get that on, are you?
Yep, I'm keeping mine on.
Okay.
Especially if
all right.
Especially if you can long strider himself.
I guess this is all very all good. How can the sand spiders keep up with us? Because that's the other thing we need to think about.
Jiro says,
Jiro.
"We'll."
You mean Amir?
Sorry, not Jiro. Amir. Amir says,
He's here. Oh no, shit! He's caught up to us already.
He says, "We'll keep up. The desert is our home. Don't worry.
Cool.
Don't worry, Outlanders. We've got this."
Okay, well then I guess if you're a panther and if you can cast Longstrider on us, that should at least. How many times can you do the Longstrider?
How many level 3 slots do I have? I got 3. So for 3 hours.
3 hours, which is actually the same amount of time as you can be a panther. Cool. So okay, so maybe we have this burst of speed initially that we just to get away from tonight while we get away from everybody else. Then we can probably sit back down into a more manageable pace.
If we just do bursts of speed a couple times a day for a couple of hours, that might be enough to push us.
Thing is, we'll still need to rest at some point to get like spell slots back and everything.
So will they?
Yep.
They can't go indefinitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to push for 3 hours now, minimum?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And are you like pushing the pace, or are you just sort of meandering but with an increased speed?
I think pushing. Let's at least initially let's go full out.
All right. So you've already sort of traveled today and stuff. So this is a force march, and you are pushing during this force march. So everybody will make me a Constitution check, and the DC is going to be 13, just because you're pushing. But it is night, so it's not too bad.
That sucks.
That's
Save or
not good.
Constitution? check?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Yeah, I got the best constitution. And I still fail.
Okay, Rukka can carry you through if Rukka wishes, but you might want to, because you failed by 5, so that's a reasonable failure, and Rukka has passed by more than 5, so he can help cancel that out.
Even if I have
however-
the highest movement rate.
You do have the highest movement rate. That's true. Everybody else is 40. Is that correct?
Yeah, I increased by 10.
With Longstrider we're all 40.
Okay.
Well, I
that's
guess
fine. I'll give you advantage on
I
the
guess
first check
technically you
because you're the fastest.
Afanen can like dash as a bonus action, right?
Not while doing travel. It
Okay, cool.
doesn't-
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's still a regular.
D&D is weird, but you can't cunningly move faster in overland travel.
Oh
It
man!
also
Look,
amusingly,
if-
when you sneak in combat, you are just as fast as running around. But when you sneak in overland travel, you move more slowly. So there you go.
But
5e. The rules make sense.
if we can't see Afanen, they can move wherever they can move as much as they
If
like.
you can't see me, I could already be
That's right.
in the mist.
Afanen just reappears every now and again and is like, guys, I've already been there and come back. What are you doing? Hurry up.
I
I
don't
killed
know.
all the blood knives.
Oh, that's awesome. But I don't know. My passive perception's pretty high.
That's true. Yeah, you are hard to stealth against. But it is nighttime.
This is true. But I'm currently a panther.
Wait. Let me just check Afanen for a second. Does Panther have night vision? Dark vision?
Panther, I'm looking at it right now, has keen smell. Panther has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. Doesn't mention it has dark vision, which is really weird.
That's pretty handy.
Because it probably should.
Luckily, I just smell of nighttime.
That's a bummer because Afanen has an ability now that if somebody is using dark vision to see them, they're invisible. So.
Yo.
But unfortunately, nobody's using dark vision to sense you, so you're not invisible. You're just walking around.
Still act like I'm invisible though.
Okay. I mean, yeah. People do forget you're there sometimes. Alright, so you guys are heading off. We'll say those are all passes. I'm just gonna roll for Amir and the other two. Man, everything's moved. Yeah. Jack, let's pass.
Consistency.
Okay, yeah, they're all fine.
Were they 3 separate rolls?
They were 3 separate rolls.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let me see if I can roll something that's not a 9. 17. There you go. It's working. It's
What's
working
that?
fine.
What's that? 1 in 8,000?
It's,
Is that how 20 times 20 times 20, 1 in 8,000?
no, it's 1 in 8,000. Yep. If they're all 9s. If you were.
Yeah, I'm looking at the string. The string possibility of getting 3 9s in a row.
Yeah. But if you were just looking for 3 of the same number in a row.
Yep.
Obviously not as bad. Okay. So anyway, that's the first hour. You can do that again. Advantage will be to Grail. Everybody else will make a regular Constitution check.
Yeah, I screwed up anyway.
Oh no.
And this will be
Hank and Jack
just lowered now too, won't it? Because that only lasted an hour.
Oh,
Well,
I thought you were casting it again.
You can cast it again.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I cast it 3 times, don't I? That's why I used 3 spell slots.
Yeah.
Oi.
Well, we didn't not doing so well.
Okay,
we were fine.
so
We were hyped. We were excited for the first hour, but now it's actually we're running. This sucks actually.
yeah, so Kridi will take a fatigue. Rukka will take a fatigue.
Yeah.
Afanen and Åvna, you guys you struggle, but you don't get a fatigue. But basically, you guys don't do the progression. So you do travel, but you don't hustle. You just sort of you hit a wall at a certain point and you fail to push through it. And some people take fatigue, which is actually they don't take fatigue. So the other guys with you don't take fatigue either. Amir's eager to push on, but Jack and Hank both hit the same wall and struggle, but don't take a fatigue. So the only people who take fatigue are Kridi and Rukka.
What does fatigue do again? Because I know it's different.
It's like exhaustion,
right? Or is it like this?
It's exactly the same as exhaustion, but you get rid of it quicker.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
we now have disadvantage on any future ability checks.
That's correct. So do you want to push on for another hour?
Be even worse with these Constitution checks.
And Aaron said previously,
Actually,
it does stack with exhaustion.
These aren't ability checks; they're saves.
Saves are ability checks.
Correct.
Are they?
Yes.
Damn 5e.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because our ability. Let me just double check that.
I mean, that is the official word, but it doesn't have to be this game's word.
See, I would have put it as an ability
Oh,
check, is when you want to
no,
do
it doesn't.
something.
Okay, in
saving throw is
5e,
when
in
you,
5e it does not. In 5e, a save does not count as an ability check.
Really?
I
Because we looked up
think
the FAQ previously for another
Did we?
5e game. I did. I was in another game. That's all right. What's that rules lawyer guy? The rules guy that answers everybody's questions.
Sage advice.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah. Came up in another 5e game. Another 5e game that I was in previously. Doesn't matter. I don't care either way. I'm just.
Wait a second. One is disadvantage on ability checks. 2 is speed halved. 3. Yeah, so at 3 stages of exhaustion or fatigue, you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. So
Okay,
that's when
cool.
it'll become
Yep.
saving throws.
If they are
At
literally
3.
separated in there, then it's
Yeah.
fine. So so okay, that's fair enough. Because otherwise, exhaustion would spiral from the very first level, not
From
third
the
level. Third level is bad one because then everything else, because then it becomes a death spiral. Yep, cool. Okay. Yeah, I think in that case, I think we push on for one more time, but with using the resources we've got and see how we go.
All right, so you're going to try and push on for another hour. Well, that means everybody will need another save. Åvna will have advantage.
Nice.
Easy, and can assist somebody who fails. Rukka passes. Afanen can also help someone if they failed. Kridi passes.
What is the challenge rating of a camel? Because I could change into a camel and someone could ride me. Maybe I'll do that next time.
An Åvna camel.
Camel might be half.
Yeah, so I can change into a half hit die creature.
Camel.
Oh, nice.
Camel is an 8th.
An 8th.
Oh, camel's an 8th? Really?
So I can.
It's fucking nothing.
Even better, I can
Why is
transform. I can
camel
transform
so
into.
low?
I can transform into 4 of them.
Yeah,
Not quite.
if only.
What's the speed
Camel.
of a camel?
50 feet.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'll have to do next time. Camel and someone who is not
Oh, they're so
particularly.
bad. They're awesome.
So
They
They
have
have
an armor-
15 HP. Oh,
They have an armor
class 9
class
is
of
bad.
9.
Okay, yeah. Armor class 9's bad. But 50 HP, 50 feet of movement, that's pretty good. Oh, charisma -3. Damn. You would change into a camel. Åvna personality doesn't even change. Like resting spit face. Me.
Okay, cool. Well, okay, so that's 2 successes out of 3. That's pretty good. How
Yep,
did our allies go?
let me just roll for them.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
fine.
they're all fine. They're all good. Okay, so you guys have pushed 3 times into the night. Pretty good, but you're out of speed buffs. So if you want to keep pushing, it's just going to become a bit harder.
Do we want to stop, have a rest, and then try? Like, what's the rough time at the moment?
It's got to be like 2 in the morning.
Should we take a quick rest and then get up early in the morning and keep going, or like should we just keep going now?
It's hard to tell because we don't know how hard they're pushing behind us. The beginning of a chase is also always the most difficult bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Afanen, Rukka, what do you guys think?
I think Rukka should call out to Fabio and see if Fabio has any ideas, because I'm sure he's here somewhere.
I say while we're not too exhausted, we keep going at this stage.
The thing is, as soon as we hit level 2, we'll have to stop. If everyone gets too big, because it's going to be way more challenging to do anything.
No one's.
I think that's how.
We've only got 2 people on level 1 at the moment.
Yes.
Yep. All right. So you're just going to push
So-
on again?
Sure.
And
Shall we,
if you
shall, we,
turn-
shall, we, shall we push on until some people literally can't go any further, or like have got to go slow us down so much that it's going to be pointless?
We have.
Although, I guess you could turn into a camel.
If Åvna turns into a camel and carries someone, I can cast Long Strider at level 2, so it can affect myself and one other person.
And we have Joe Camel.
The Joe Camel's carrying stuff, right?
But some of that stuff
Mhm.
can be ditched if needed.
Yeah. True.
I mean, that gives us, if I cast it on 2 people, that gives us another 3 hours worth of pushing if we want to do it that way.
It's just we also have to remember we've got the sand spiders too, so
They're
Yep.
fine at the moment. It's
they've
almost,
got some of them got. I guess none of them got fatigue. So
it's almost like they were born of this place.
Yeah.
You merely adopted the desert.
okay.
I
Yeah,
was born
They
here.
have advantage/disadvantage because you guys are faster than them. So they're like, haha, we live here. Advantage. Oh, you guys are going really fast. Disadvantage. Hey, it cancels. So that's why they can keep up at the moment. But since if you guys slow down, they'll actually be making their tests at advantage.
Okay, if we want to push on, I think Kridi probably will have to take the camel, just because my Constitution save is slightly worse than the rest of you.
All right. Are you going to dump some stuff off Joe?
No,
How
no,
much is Joe carrying?
I'm
He's
Grail.
not carrying much at all.
Oh, okay. You're going to ride on Grail. Okay, I see.
Yeah, yeah. What? Actually, that's a good question. Can someone just hop on Joe? Because yeah.
They should be able to. Joe's not carrying a lot. Actually, Joe's is on my character sheet.
Yeah, Joe's on you.
Where is he? Inventory. He
Why are
has.
you doing that?
He
Aaron,
has.
did you give me an exhaustion level?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Didn't you? Oh, did you not get a fatigue? Sorry, I was playing with the fatigue earlier. You
So,
can take it off.
so Joe has.
Okay.
Joe has 2 tents, a hunting trap, a 2-gallon cooking pot, 100 arrows, and your breastplate armor.
And centipede fat.
Who's
Or do
breastplate
we get
armor?
rid of
Centipede fat's still in my inventory.
that? Okay. Your breastplate.
Oh, I'm not carrying it. I guess it would be awkward
You
for me
said
to carry it.
you said before you were putting it on Joe.
I said I wasn't wearing it.
Well, I think when we check back in the recording, it'll say you put it on Joe.
Well,
Yeah.
not wearing it and just carrying it. Like,
It's actually
You still
harder to
need-
carry it than it is to
Mhm.
wear it. It's more encumbering because it's it's not designed to be carried.
Fair, cool.
Yeah, I assume you're putting it on Joe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, it's on there. Cool.
So not he's
But
not
if you're
carrying.
riding someone, you can wear it.
He's not carrying a lot, so he could carry what he's carrying and somebody, I'm sure, without
Mhm.
any drama, especially if
Yeah,
they are light.
I think his carry capacity that's like light is 400 pounds or something like that. So
Yeah, not even
you're
getting
probably
close.
pretty good. Yeah, I think you're pretty good to. Yeah, Joe Camel can normally carry like 2 people.
He used to have a lot more stuff on him, but we got rid of a lot. So he's
we got
really
rid of a
only
lot.
he's really only carrying stuff now because it's sentimentality. It's he's part of the team. Joe's Rough Riders. That's what we should have called ourselves.
Alrighty, well, let's keep pushing then, I guess.
All right. So, Kridi, you can make me a Constitution check for pushing, which is just you staying on the camel. You can have advantage, and your DC is 7.
Cool.
But yeah, because you're just riding a camel now. which is pretty easy, but it's very late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, ugh. But yep, you pass. You can't assist anyone while on the camel.
Yep.
Okay, so Åvna will be making an advantage because they're fast. DC will be 14 now.
Oh, easy.
No problem. And can help someone. So who?
I'm helping
Okay.
Rukka, it seems.
So it looks like you're helping Rukka. Rukka has failed by 8 points,
Rukka can
which is
climb
not
one.
a double fail.
Rukka can climb one as well.
Yeah. Who are you carrying? Is Åvna carrying someone?
Yeah, Kridi.
Oh, I thought Joe was carrying Kridi. Is Joe carrying someone?
Joe can.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Joe's
so
not. Okay.
the next hour, Joe can carry Rukka.
Okay. Yeah, you like hit a wall, Rukka, and that sort of slows the group down a little bit. The other guys, unless these guys succeed very well, in which case maybe they can help you. DC's 14. Amir passes. That's 20. So Hank can help you. And oh, well. Okay, Hank or Jack could help you. So they will help you they'll help carry Rukka through the next hour. So you do manage to hustle that hour at 30 feet, which is pretty good. All right, you guys have in this sort of 4-hour period, you have gone almost like a day's march. You've almost gone like 20 miles. Just
Nice.
through sheer pushing and determination. Which would sort of be like a regular day's march. But, you know, some people can run 40 miles in a day. You know, jog, not run. Jog, 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 march, 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 jog, jog, jog. It's been done before. Yeah. But, yeah, do you want to go for another hour?
No, we'll probably keep now. You reckon?
Oh,
Alright, okay, let's go.
Well,
I thought I thought the whole point was we're going as long as we can and then have a rest and then.
But we're gonna
Yeah.
okay. We're gonna have to rest at some stage, aren't we?
So it's 3 in the morning. 3 a.m.
Sure.
You decide to push on. All right,
Yep.
guys, the DC is going to be 15 now. Åvna, you're going to have advantage. Kridi, your DC is going to go up to a whole 8 with advantage. Okay, so Åvna passes with an extra success. Kridi, you can't help anybody, even with that nat 20.
Yep.
Sadness. Rukka, did you get on the other camel? Did you get on Joe for this hour?
did I take fatigue or was I helped through?
You didn't take fatigue. You got carried through.
Then, no, I'm pushing on my
Okay, you're still pushing. Okay, so you DC 15, you're fine. And I need one from Afanen who
Cool.
fails.
So we'll need help.
Not a double fail, but close. You can be assisted by Åvna, and one of these guys will have to have a big success to also help you out. Or maybe they'll fail and there'll be problems. He's fine. Amir's fine. Jack is fine. And Hank is also fine. Hank can help you out. So Hank and Åvna can pull you through Afanen. Okay, it's 4 in the morning. You guys are pushing again, I take it?
Last third hour. Well, let's use up all the resources and then just
Okay.
yeah.
The DC is now going to be 16 or 9
We've
if you're
gone,
Kridi.
we've gone too long now. Because
You think
how many times? I had 3 hours of.
this is the third hour of your
This
next
is the third
transformation?
hour. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then
So
yes.
I figured let's just do it one more time, and then if we all fail, then we can stop and rest. You know,
Sure.
we're gonna be
I
doing
think
it.
stop and rest almost anyway at this point.
Yep.
Åvna,
easy.
you have advantage on a 16.
It's really easy riding a camel, guys. I don't have to run.
Guys, that is not enough to
Kridi's-
assist anybody, but Åvna passes.
Kridi's has gone to sleep. Like Kridi's just napping. It's like you
Rukka
got this, Åvna.
Afanen.
Oof.
Afanen fails by 2,
Tired.
which is bad.
You probably could have gotten on Joe Camel.
So, we'll see how Amir does. Amir passes by 5, so he can actually assist you. Jack.
Oh,
Wait, Jack gets an advantage. Jack gets 17, he passes. And Hank also passes. Okay, so they pass. Amir can only help you once, so Afanen, you get a you just slow everybody down. So you don't hustle that time. You're just traveling at a regular sort of 30 feet movement.
cool.
Nobody can
40
yes, 40 feet movement. Nobody can
Couldn't
nobody
get on
can
top of
pull
Joe.
Afanen. Well, you don't really know when like the
Yeah,
collapse is
we would
sort of
understand
gonna
that
happen.
before we
Yeah,
roll,
yeah,
rather than
You had to do that before the because
That's
this
fair.
is just like the struggle. Everybody just sort of slows
Yeah,
down.
that's all good.
Yeah. Okay, you still made incredibly good progress. It's 5 in the morning.
let's break. Let's not let's not push ourselves.
You've used all your spell slots, and you've traveled pretty good distance. Okay, you're sort of 26 miles from Deepwater now, midway here-ish.
Cool.
All right.
Let's
So you
have
guys
a-
camp?
Yeah, let's have a quick. Probably not. Yeah, I guess camp is the right word, but have some food, get some rest. We're probably pretty exhausted, and we'll get woken up probably by the sun at some point.
Well, you can Oh, do you guys have a tent?
Yes, we have 2 of them on Joe
We have
Camel.
2.
Okay. Well, if you have tents, you won't be woken up by the sun.
Cool.
Do you want to take the full 8-hour rest? Are you long resting?
We should, yeah. Like, there's no.
Is
think so.
anybody taking watch, or are you just leaving Arthur to do it?
No, we'll
Where-
take watch.
I don't need sleep. I've been awake for hundreds of years, and it hasn't affected me yet.
Twitch.
But you get
He
distracted off
crackles with chaotic energy.
I think we should try just to sleep.
No, we have to have watches.
You can trust me to watch. I'm really good at watching, and I probably won't need anything.
And Frooks or
We need
watch
to
as
have
well?
we need to have a watch. We need to have a proper watch because the blood diets could be easily watching out for us. We might have gotten away from some, but there's no guarantee we've gotten away from all.
Yeah.
We have no
Okay.
knowledge.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. In that case, we'll do 3 as regular, and we can what's the name? Have the sand spiders do the same.
Okay.
Which
So,
watch is going to have
Afanen,
more than 2
Rukka, Kridi.
people? Because we never really got ourselves into a proper watch thing because we have an awkward number.
Okay, so you're doing a 12-hour rest effectively, so everybody's on watch once and sleeping twice. Is that what's going on here?
That's why we shouldn't just watch. We should just try and get some sleep as fast as possible and go.
And then
You could do a 10-hour and you'd have one person on each watch.
time enough for sleep in the grave. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess let's have
we
a.
have one person each, plus we have one person from each of the
Or you could have a mere standby
sand
watch
spiders. Yeah.
if you want.
We have
So
7
you can-
people.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do 5 watches of 2 hours, one of which would be done by the sand spiders, one of which is done by each of you, would only be a 10-hour sleep, if
Yep.
you would prefer a 10-hour to a
Yep.
12-hour.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Okie dokie. Okay, so that's what you do. Who's on first watch?
It would be Afanen.
What? Hey,
That's what
Alright.
it says in our party watch. handout.
Afanen.
We haven't actually updated that. Afanen, do you have any? You can't You can cast spells. You can't cast spells.
Don't ask me about spells, man.
Afanen can cast spells, but chooses not to. I think is what generally happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's possible you should be in the middle then. Just it really doesn't matter. Just go for it. Yeah, that's the order. Let's go.
Mhm.
Afanen, Rukka, Kridi.
Okay.
I'm so sleepy.
Afanen is first. Afanen, you can roll me a d10. You are resting. You are on watch from the hours of 5 until 7, the least activity of the day. So feel free to roll me a d10 in the desert as you hide. Nobody has done any camping activities because you basically just forced marched and then collapsed into tents. Okay, so it's completely open camp, like just basically in the middle of the road. And yeah, fun.
We've been slightly to the side, probably.
Oh yeah, you're not like. I just mean you're like right next to the road.
We're not a pothole.
Yeah, you haven't kicked out a campsite. There was no like survival checks made or anything like that.
No,
you guys were like boom. So Afanen, yeah, roll me a d10.
Done 5.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I missed it. That's fine. You didn't roll 1, so you're good. Who's on second watch?
Rukka.
Cool.
Yep.
Rukka, you've taken your camp goes from 7 until 9, the most activity in the desert. So you can also roll me a d10 to see if something encounters your camp and wants to mess with you.
6.
6. Oh, you're fine. You think maybe there's like some stuff out there, but then it sort of senses your presence and is like, we got better things to do today than die. So they meander off. All right. Next watch is
Kridi.
cool. Kridi.
Nice.
Well, that's not good. Somehow, even with your startling presence, let me roll a d3. Gonna be a d6 halved. Oh, 3. Okay. 3 giant scorpions head over in your direction. Can you make me a perception check?
Sure.
Somewhere in the desert, 3 giant scorpions decide to try and sneak up on Kridi. Dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 da. One of them rolls a 1. Okay, so you very obviously see like this. Actually, you see 2 of them. 2 giant scorpions. Although one of them's basically just like knocking sand fucking everywhere. Just like
Åvna rolls over in her sleep and points to the third one.
So slowly burrowing through the ground, sort of in your direction. One of them, like the stinger's just like right up in the air, completely out of the ground, sand everywhere. And yeah, you can see the other one sort of coming through the sand towards you. So 3 giant scorpions. What do you want to do?
You've got this right.
I mean,
Come on. You always love clutching, Oz.
Yeah. Interesting. So I don't really need that because it's. Could I attempt to scare them off?
Absolutely. Do you want to make an intimidation check? You will have advantage by being a much higher level than them.
I was going to use a bit of thaumaturgy too, but I guess I have advantage anyway. So
you do. But yeah, you can use thaumaturgy to project your power compared to them.
Yes, I won't use the big booming voice because that would go against the whole trying to keep everybody not waking up. But yeah.
Yep.
Intimidation.
You can make like lightning sort of dance around you and stuff like that. Pillar of light. Oh.
17.
All right. 17. All right. Let's see how they feel about that. They have a -2 to their rolls. So all of them fail. The guy who was just the stinger that's like just out of the ground, just coming along towards you, just like turns completely around and starts going in the opposite direction, bumping into both of the other two. Flips out of the ground, rolls around on the sand a bit, thinks it's
He
being
was not
attacked.
having a good day.
It's like you've seen the cat where like it gets tapped in the back and like just does all like the crazy flips and stuff. That's this scorpion. It just freaks out, and then they scuttle off. They're having no part of it. Otherwise, your rest is fine. That will make it Åvna, since they're the only person left to go. You can roll me the d10 to see if anything happens during the next 2 hours.
6.
That's a good
6. Yeah, you're
I don't think it's
fine.
one you. I don't think it's one you were talking about, but I think that
And then the sand spiders will see if anything happens during their rest. They get a 5. That's also nothing. Yeah.
That's it. It's just cats. They can just be liquid if they want to sometimes.
Yeah. They they're pretty funny.
Awesome. Okay, so we rest successfully. We get to get rid of our fatigue if we have it. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you just have fatigue, you get rid of it, which was all you guys built up a bit of. Nobody was stuck with a double failure, so yeah, you wake up in the morning, everybody gets their spells back, you get half your dice back, everybody's on full health.
Let's have a look at my spells in case I want to change anything today.
All right, what's the plan for marching today? You guys can travel 20 miles in a day.
I can take long strider as well.
A regular, if you want. Okay, if you are using long strider, you'll be able to go 25 miles
I can also
in a day.
I can also transform, which I will do. I'm just
if you're only able to cast long strider once.
No, because my transformation lasts for 3 hours, so I cast long strider, then I transform. So I'll be able to cast it a couple times.
But like once you transform, you're able to cast it again because it only lasts for 1 hour. Long strider.
Yeah, I believe Grail's saying after 3 hours I can cast it again. So
That's
you
right.
only get it for 1 hour.
Okay, cool. I understand.
You're going to march for more than 3 hours. So I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I can also cast it many times on all of you, saving someone else's slots. So to say I can only cast it once during the day is
even Afanen can cast long strider, because I believe Afanen has long strider as one of their spells.
Which would be great, because that also means that I can cast Tiny Hut when it comes time to rest.
Yeah, Tiny Hut's nice.
Tiny Hut's is pretty good, yeah.
Can't believe Aaron's blowing up all my secrets.
Yep. Sorry about that. All right. You're trying to keep
everyone
it private.
use spells, so I have to learn how to use them. God damn it.
I'm pretty sure you've cast long strider before. Just saying.
Myself though, probably on somebody else. I think I've cast it on somebody else.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, you do have long strider, which you can cast up to 3 times a day if you wish. Yeah.
There's no plant growth around here at all, is there? Even like rambly kind of thorny little bushes and stuff.
Oh, no, there's stuff around. There's a little bit, not much. And most of the plants around here are like toxic. Because the wilderness is like full of toxic mana. Unless you're like in the city center sort of thing. It's pretty wearing just in general to be in the wastelands. But to you guys, it's more the energy drain, as you feel like you can't gather energy to your cause. You can't advance here.
Are you thinking of plant growthing a
patch? Yes.
A patch, yeah.
That is exactly what the spell that I am reading right now. So is there any so how well trodden is the road?
Not super well trodden. It's a desert road. It's not really a road so much as a
Track.
route. Yeah,
Route.
it's like a it's a well-known caravan route through the desert. They're not really. There's no road. Well, there are still roads in the desert, but they really suck.
Yep.
I would like to say roads are like the way you know that you're on a road is every now and again you come to like a stony patch, and that's where you sort of know the road's there, and then you like pass through dunes and you come to another rocky patch, and it's like part of this trail, Anyway, and there are some places where like the sand doesn't get blown around as much, and some of that's like hardened, it's been compacted. There is like some trail here, but it's not even a bear trail in the woods, if that makes sense. Like desert trails are just they're mediocre as F.
Okay, cool. So I'm thinking of casting plant growth to make it patch thick and overgrown, making it much harder to move through.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could make there are tumbleweeds and stuff, sort of.
Huge tumbleweed.
Brambleweeds.
Yep.
You could make like a swarm of bramble
So
weeds.
I can make all plants in normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on a point become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Oh, okay. It doesn't create any extra plants. It just makes the plants that are there bigger.
Yes, and thicker and the like, which is why I was asking what kind of.
You can make me a survival check to try and find tumbleweeds sort of stack up sometimes. So if you want to keep your eye out for tumbleweeds during the day, you can make me a survival and perception check to do that. I'll make it a skill challenge, so you can do a couple of checks. Okay, so you've got an 18 and a 16. Sure, that's pretty good. And you're casting like some kind of druidic spell.
It is a druid spell, yes.
Do you have nature?
Knowledge, nature.
Yep. That can be your third pillar.
Yeah.
7. Okay, well that one's a fail. So you can use either of the other 2 skills again, or you could use nature again if you wanted. But you can use either of the other 2 checks again to try and get you the third success. Yeah. Okay, so no problem. You do indeed find like this big patch of like tumbleweeds eventually that are sort of sheltering behind a dune that you can make into tumbleweeds of doom, I guess. Sort of clog the road up a bit with them.
Cool.
Yeah, sure, if you want to cast that spell.
Yep.
Otherwise, do you guys push during this day? Do you want to go faster than... I think at the moment, you guys, like, with Amir and the other 2... Oh, are you casting Fast Rider on Amir, Jack, and...
Well,
or are you putting them on camels?
If more of you can, if more of you can cast it, then we should give it to everybody. Yeah, and we should just zoom.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast another spell as well. I'll get rid of Verify for that. I'm going to cast Hallucinatory Terrain. You make natural terrain in a 150-foot cube in a range look, sound, and smell like some other sort of natural terrain. Thus, open fields or road can be made to resemble a swamp, hill, crevice, or some other difficult or impassable terrain. A pond can be made to seem like a grassy meadow, a precipice like a gentle slope, blah, 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 blah. This lasts for 24 hours. So I'm thinking I'll make an area look like... I'll ask Amir for the best kind of dangerous terrain that is natural out here and would not be thought twice of if they came across it. Something that would be that's something that they would circumnavigate. driving them into softer sand to slow them down.
Yeah, Can you make it look like it's like a scorpion nesting ground?
If that is some kind of terrain, I guess yes. So
Yeah, it's like disturbed sand.
some other sort of natural terrain. So if there is natural terrain in the desert that looks like that, then yes.
Is disturbed sand natural? I see what you're saying. It's scorpion made. Oh no. Damn. Philosophical questions of what is
It's
what
usually,
is natural. I
because
feel
no,
like
no, because
animals
it's,
doing stuff is natural. Like, is
Yes.
an anthill a
It-
natural piece of terrain?
It is because it is
Okay. Then yeah.
it is using a road as an example, and roads
Oh,
are not.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it just means
Cool.
It just
Cool.
means non-magical.
Yeah, okay. Very
Mhm.
well. Of this world. I got
Yes.
it. Except not of this world, because this world has magic. So,
Yeah.
great. Non-magical terrain. Yes, you could absolutely
idea,
make
yeah.
a big-ass patch of ground look like a scorpion nesting ground. It's just, like, covered the road.
Yep.
Which he's like, yeah, they'll probably avoid that. Maybe they'll try pushing through. Maybe not. I mean, they have Jiro with them. He's pretty tough. But I feel like if you're making it like a big enough patch, yeah, they're probably going to go elsewhere.
Especially if they are trying to chase us, they're probably
Yeah.
more likely to avoid it. But I'm hopeful to place it in an area which will drive them into softer sand to make the going harder again.
Okay, so you're looking for another spot. So you want to do another skill challenge
Yep.
during this.
Possibly MBA
now-
could help out with that, just because he would probably know better.
But this will be after your first one.
Mhm.
Now, as you guys are traveling, you've sort of traveled like halfway through the day, I'm going to say. You know, casting your spells and blah 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 blah. And as you're doing that, Jack, who's sort of like the slowest out of the sand spiders, is going to come up to Åvna, and say, look, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I did once offer you a 1,000-mile cloud for rescuing my daughter. I still have that cloud. If you are truly in a hurry, this treasure can be destroyed to transfer, like to transport us much more quickly. But I think at the moment we're definitely out. I doubt that the exiles could keep up with the pace that you're setting. I think we are pretty far ahead, but you seem to be pushing as hard as possible. And I just thought, you should know that this is still available for you to use if you wish it.
I had forgotten, so thank you for reminding me. That said, yes, I think we are making pretty good time. If when we get to where we're going, we need to escape quickly, that might be prudent to hold on to.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, just know any time that you wish for it, it is yours.
Thank you very much. Because I had forgotten about that.
All right. Well, Jack will go back to
Just like Al with the eidolon of the tree.
Oh no.
He's just sort of watched you guys. You're like really pushing, and he's like, I do have an item that could make them go really fast. But he'll go back to talking with Hank.
Would it?
He's just
It
like,
wouldn't. It wouldn't take all 7 of us, right? Or 8 of us, I guess.
It
If we're
would.
counting Joe.
Yeah, it can be expanded, but the more people it carries, the quicker it's destroyed. So it transports one person 1,000 miles.
Yep.
If it was transferring 8 people, you divide that by 8.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It might be really good to get over the needles.
Or back.
It can't go that high in altitude. But it swiftly would pass over the ground at about 30 feet.
Lame.
Oh wow. This
You're not
the
riding it.
1,000-mile treasure. It's literally
Yeah.
the best thing that Jack owns, okay? I mean, he doesn't even
it's
really
great.
own it anymore.
It's great, but Rukka's not going to ride it.
Not yet, anyway.
sort of a big, soft, pink, fluffy cloud. That he can expand in size.
That's not conspicuous at all.
No, it's fine. Well, when it's only carrying one person, it's not that big. Anyway, you guys push on through the day, so I guess you'll go to another skill challenge as you try to find like the perfect piece of terrain.
Can I have advantage from Amir?
Yeah, absolutely. You're asking me to help you out, so yes, you can have advantage on your. He doesn't have nature, so he can't give you advantage on that, but he can give it to you for perception and survival. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're like blowing these DCs out of the water. Ooh, even yes, survival because you had advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the DC obviously is 13 because it always is on a sort of standard difficulty. So you beat it by 1. You beat it by a lot. 3. So that's 4, and then you beat it by 2.
Cool.
Yep. So 6 successes. Okay, yeah, you find like just such a great patch. You actually think that you can set up like this massive you're like, okay, here I can put down what looks like a giant scorpion hive, and it's going to push them into like a different monster of the desert's location.
Cool.
So into the actual what Amir's known for, the sand spiders. So there's like a sand spider group of like area that's over there, and unless they spot that, they're just gonna try to circumvent it and go straight into that.
Nice.
All right. You guys did push today, so everybody will make me a Constitution save. Now, who was on camels?
And how many times am I casting Long Strider on people? Do you want me to blow my spells first up for Long Strider, saving Rukka and the others?
I guess so, yeah.
So how many people need Long Strider on them first up?
Well, we had so if Kridi rides on you on Åvna again,
Mhm.
which seems to be, if you're happy with that, I think that doesn't seem to slow us down that much.
That's fine.
So that means we need 5 Long Striders, 2 for 3 for the Sand Spiders and 2 for the remaining people.
Except if we put someone else on Joe.
Yep, someone can go on Joe as well. So
we need 4 long striders.
Jack can go on Joe because he was the slowest of the Sand Spiders.
Yep.
Is Jack all right with that?
Yeah, Jack will do whatever you want him to do. He's
Okay,
literally like, yes, you saved my daughter's life. He's here for a life debt. He's like, yeah.
Okay.
Also hates the blood knives. But realistically, all the other sand spiders were like, yeah, we hate the blood knives, but like,
He really hates them.
we'll die. And Jack's like, no problem. I got this. If I die, I die.
Yeah,
Gloriously.
no, fair.
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
so I'll cast.
That means 4.
I'll cast 4 first up then.
Can
But
you?
Yes.
my spells and anything else, so shouldn't I do some?
Yeah, you can do 3 of them.
Isn't 4 casting on 4 people a 4th level spell?
It's not a concentrate.
No, what I'm saying is you've already used a 4th level spell for the hallucinatory terrain,
It's-
haven't you?
Long
I
Strider
understand.
is
but
a
you can
first
choose
level
first
slot.
level spell slots. You don't have to cast it at high level. It's not a concentrate, so you can just keep casting it. You can be like boop boop boop.
That's right.
Boop, boop. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess technically I could
Oh,
have casted
You know how
3 separate times.
maths works again?
oh, it's not. No, okay, sorry. Yeah, no. I assume you could only have one
No.
going at a time.
No,
But if it's
no,
on
no,
different
no.
people, it's fine. Because okay, no,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying now, Grail. I
So-
thought it was like, oh, I can cast 30 long striders. It's like I cast one long strider at the 3 hours, turn into an animal, and then cast another one afterwards. No, okay, I get it. I
So
understand.
basically, you've got 4 people who need long strider, right? Because you've got 2 on camels, and Grail is a or Åvna is a camel themselves.
Yep.
So you need to cast 4 of it 8 times. So you need 24 castings of it, which is 24 levels of spell slots.
Yeah.
Now, Afanen can contribute 3 of those levels. So now you need 21 levels. How many levels can Rukka contribute?
5, 11, keeping 1 back, 17.
Okay, you probably don't need to do 17. So you can contribute some amount, and Åvna can contribute the other amount. Why don't you split it? There's 21 left. One person does 11, the other person does 10. Does that sound okay?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so who wants to lose 11 levels of spell slots?
I'll lose 11, that's fine.
Okay, so you knock off 11 levels worth of Longstrider, and Åvna will knock off 10 levels of spell slots for the other. That means everybody has Longstrider the entire time, except people who are riding on camels.
And the camels themselves, I assume.
Oh yeah, the camels are fine.
Yeah, the camels go fast anyway.
Don't worry about the camels. They're cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
they'll handle it. They won't die of exhaustion probably. I'll roll for them, but they'll be fine. They're camels.
Long
Look, the
striders.
first one's fine.
Long
there's only
striders
one
are
camel.
such
Never
a
mind.
weird.
I was really
true.
wondering, Oz,
I
why
guess, yeah.
you were struggling to comprehend, but it's all good now.
Yes. Yes. No. I understand. I understand my issue now. Yeah. No. It's fine. I was looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah. So just one Constitution check with advantage from Åvna.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice. 22.
Yeah, easy. One Constitution check from Kridi with advantage, DC 7.
Nice.
My God! Every time you have advantage, what is
I've
going
gotten-
on?
I've gotten into this habit of just resting on Åvna's back. It's great.
Carry me to victory! Carry me now! Okay.
It's the
Somehow
it is a
you're
disco camel, you know.
the thing. So what you're doing with your 21 there is you're somehow not annoying Åvna. Like, you know, you can't do better on the camel. You're basically just like not kicking Åvna in the side or making annoying noises or constantly like shifting and fucking up the weight of the camel.
Look, I literally am a peace cleric. I am very good at just
Yeah, that's it. You're
just
balanced.
being
You're
being
just
absolutely-
at
Yep.
one. Ooh. Okay, so I'll need another check from Afanen, who's just running around in the desert. Who fails by 1. So that will slow you down. Unless somebody, Åvna can literally just pull you through. Just sort of nibble at your heels and get you moving. We'll have Rukka make their check as well. DC's 13. Ooh, that is a double fail. Kridi can't help you. Åvna, Åvna can choose to help Afanen or Rukka. We'll roll for Amir, who's just making a straight roll because he's slow. Oh no, you sped him up, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So
We
he'll
sped
have
up- we sped
advantage.
them all up.
Okay. He gets a 19, which can pull up 1 success, and Hank also has advantage.
Oh, he's got this.
He gets a 24. So Hank, at a certain point, Rukka just is like, "Oh, guys, my back really hurts," and like struggles, and Hank just like, you know, Dad side carries him across the finish. So
Do you think
you
at some
don't-
stage I should take off all my winter furs?
Man, could help.
Yes.
Could help.
Absolutely, yes.
You
Didn't
do.
you
You
get
struggle.
new clothes along with everybody else?
Sorry?
Didn't you get new clothes when we all did?
No.
What? What, you've been running around in your full thing for this entire time?
He doesn't
No,
always
he-
wear a ceremonial garb.
That's
Yeah.
Rukka for you. He dances to his own beat.
He's
Just
got his
today, he
cool
wanted to
cloak
keep
now,
that
too.
desert sun out, and he was wearing a full
His
mask.
beat does happen to be country western hip hop.
Okay, so you guys travel 35 miles today, which is a pretty good push with all your spells and hoofing it, really pushing it.
Sorry, I will be right back. Feel free to make the rolls for me as I need. I've got +1 to my con saves. Sorry.
Do you guys want to rest, or do you want to force
Keep
march? for a
going.
bit?
Keep going. Until someone
Okay.
actually dies, we keep going.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to force march. Force marching for the first 4 hours is going to be the easiest, especially if you just set up camp automatically straight afterwards.
I like how
But
it's
after
Kridi.
that, it's going to start getting, real hard.
I like how it's
So-
Kridi saying to force march when Kridi is the one not doing any marching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Do you take a short rest to get your wild shapes back, or
So, yeah, I will, I guess. We're going to have to rest at some stage anyway for short periods so that we can
Yeah.
at very least eat.
Yep. Okay, so you take a short rest, eat some food. Everybody can use any abilities they have to get. I don't think anybody has anything that gets anything back on a short
I
rest.
will be handing out good berries to everybody as well, just for extra nutrition.
Rukka has like Song of Healing, which does nothing because nobody's injured. And I think gets Bardic Inspiration back, but hasn't used any. Yeah. Okay. You hand out some good berries for food. Amiran,
Extra
those guys
stuff,
have
yeah.
some ration. Oh, okay. Yeah, just for some more flavor.
Mm-hmm.
More magical power. Good. And then you'll push on for another 3/4 hours, I guess. We can do rolls. Do you guys have enough spell slots to do the extra hours of Longstrider, or are we dropping Longstrider?
It's possible. Let me have a look. I have a few more slots. I still have 3, 5. I still have 8 levels worth of spells. That can at least get a couple of hours.
That can. And Rukka, I think, still has 6.
6 hours if I want a tiny hut at the end of the day.
Cool. And there's 4 people. So
So that's 4 hours.
yeah.
So, that's-
Yeah.
so you have 8
Okay.
and 6, so that gives us what?
3
14.
hours. Yeah, 14. It's 3.5 hours, which doesn't really, it doesn't really work that way. 3
Yeah.
hours, 3 hours at the improved pace. Okay,
Well,
no problem.
which will correspond with one of my wild shapes.
Cool. All right. That will mean Åvna makes a check at advantage. DC 13. And we'll do that 3 times. We'll just do them in a row. Bling, bling, bling. Pretty simple. You can assist somebody with that. Just to go again. We'll do all 3 hours so we know
Cool.
what you've got.
Good. Cool.
It'll just save us a little bit of time, I think. We don't need
Sure.
to do it hour by hour. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Glad that wasn't a double one. That's going to make it Afanen, who's going to make 3 straight checks. At +2, that's a success. That's a fail by 1. That's a fail by 1. Okay, Åvna can push you through both of those, but will not be able to assist somebody else. So let's see how Rukka does. 3 checks from Rukka. Success. Success. And a fail.
Sorry
Okay,
about
there's
that.
2 fails at the end there. And Åvna can't help you with both of those. We'll have Kridi make 3 checks.
Cool. Just regular
Yours
ones.
is just DC 7. You
with
have advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, very easy. You're riding a camel. Yeah, you. Oh my god, you
Oh.
failed the last one.
Yep.
Womp womp.
You fell off.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it looks like a bit too much failure in this last one. We've got Emir, who's helping out, maybe. Yes, that will. Well, the first one's no problem. Second one was also no problem. Oh, double
Oh.
one!
What happened in the last stretch? Something
Oh,
bad happened.
That's still an 8 for him, which is only a single failure. But wow, good job, Amir. I was born in the desert. I live in the desert. I thrive in the desert. Guys, can we please stop pushing? It's really we pushed a lot yesterday. Can we not do this again? Okay, so that's real bad because now on the third one we've got Kridi failing, Amir failing, Rukka's failing, Afanen's failing. Åvna can help one person. Jack's on a camel, so can't help anybody, but Jack
What about
is
Hank?
fine. And Hank, who's actually able to help someone, let's see if he can. Natural 20. Way to go. He can help 2 people. That's still not enough to get everybody through. So you guys slow down on the 3rd hour.
Stop,
Okay, you don't push as hard.
stop dying, you cowards.
But you are moving at a good clip. So for 2 hours, you what's that? A quarter of 25. Yeah. Cool. All right. So a bit over 6. 6.25. Yep. So you get a few more miles out of this day, and then half that speed for the next bit. So an extra,
I assume
an extra
we'll drop back
9-ish
to-
miles.
We'll drop back to regular pace after that disastrous end bit there.
Well, you won't have Long Strider anymore. That was it for Long Strider. So those 3 hours, you guys are basically out of spell slots. You've got 2 levels worth of spells left between Rukka and Åvna. You're the only person who has spell slots because they've spent them all on Long Strider and various other actions they've taken during the day.
Yep.
Cool.
And it's just Kridi being like, no, why would I waste my magic on this?
Because
I mean, I
use
don't have
7
anything
slots.
that's helpful.
Because I use 7 slots on the distractions.
Yeah, yeah. All right, that's true. Yeah.
Playing
No,
level 3.
I just don't have anything that's really useful. Unfortunately.
I mean, you guys can continue pushing on for the 4th hour if you like. You won't be at exceptionally past speed, but you'll still be moving at do I have to work this out?
You know, it'd be
about
a really
2
useful
miles
spell.
per hour.
A really useful spell would be don't fall off the camel.
Yeah, exactly.
Amir's also like, guys, that was an amazing day of travel. We traveled 45 miles. 45, but as I counted, 45 miles. That's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think we should for the rest of this day just slow down to a regular traveling pace and just chill until we rest.
So you're still force marching. You're like, guys,
No,
why don't we just not? Oh, okay.
You've been chilling the whole time.
I know, but the point is, let's just. I'm not saying force march. I'm just saying let's travel at a regular traveling speed for the rest of the day until we rest.
No, this is the end of the day. You've already been force marching for 3 hours.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's why you've gone 45 miles.
What about the rest of the day?
The rest of the day you pushed, and it was good. No, sorry. So you pushed. The day got you 36 miles. Okay, with the
I understand.
that you made,
yes.
and the spells that you cast, and how well you pushed it and stuff. And now you got an extra. So you've done 9 miles in 3 hours since then.
Yep. Okay, so those rolls for the
45 in total.
extra bit, not the
Yeah.
not the not sure. Got it. Understand.
Absolutely. And in fact, I need to roll to see in case anything decides to randomly attack you while you are pushing it. No, nothing is stupid enough in the desert to attack you.
Cool.
Yeah. Unsurprising.
That's pretty good then. I think that's so. What roughly what time is it now then?
So
Sausage sizzle
make me
time.
work it out. It was 1 o'clock when you basically got to move on. You traveled for 9 hours, which puts it at 2200, 10 o'clock. Then you force march for 3 hours. So it's 1 in the morning. No, yeah, 1 in the morning.
Okay, yeah, we should definitely stop and rest then, and try and get somewhat of a semblance of a sleep schedule back. Although, I mean, in the desert, you travel more in the cooler periods, not at the height of either the midnight. Or
you guys just went through it. You
Yeah.
just pushed through. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you rest up during the night. I mean, it is like getting down to sort of freezing temperatures at 1 in the morning.
Not inside the tiny hut.
So you tiny hut it
Yeah.
up. It's quite nice, much nicer than yesterday. You cannot be attacked by anything while in the tiny hut, but creatures cannot sense you inside the tiny hut. Therefore, they are not intimidated by you. So you may get ambushed in the morning by an intelligent desert creature. Let's find out if one of those happens to encounter you. I'm going to say that's a 1 on the D20.
We can see
per
outside
watch.
of it.
Yeah, I know, but
Do we bother with watching?
Oh, are you bothering with watching? The hut only lasts 8 hours, so it assumes that everybody rests.
Yeah. Let's just.
I mean, you can have Arthur keep an eye out if you want.
Yep.
I mean, that's
probably
a good idea.
won't need anything.
In the hut, then yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll roll for.
Although we can't. Are the camels large? Yes, they can't fit in.
There's only one camel.
Yeah, but they can't. They can't fit in at all.
Wow.
So we're reliant on
Tiny hut is harsh. I disagree with this. The camel squeezes into the tiny hut. I will not have Joe Camel stuck outside. I disagree with this reading of the spell.
By something.
You have learnt Ogre Tiny Hut that allows Joe Camel inside.
Damn straight.
Oh, maybe Joe Camel's just a bit smaller than a regular camel.
He's a centaur-sized camel. Why are you so medium-sized? Shh.
Cool.
I'm a full-grown camel. All right. I'm just gonna roll for 3 sets of chance of sentient watcher. Oh, hey, awesome. All right, now let's see if Arthur decides to eat any gear. Natural 1. And he just gets so dang hungry. He didn't get so dang hungry. He definitely notices a person in the third watch. There's a couple of people outside the hut in the morning waiting for you. They're just like in the open, sitting outside the hut. They've got big baskets like on their back, and you can see bits of like what looks to be petrified wood in their baskets.
So they don't like blood and eyes, or like the
They look like kids.
They're the blood wives.
They look like desert brats. They're like 16, maybe 17, maybe 15. You can't exactly tell.
They're our age.
Yeah, they're like you guys.
Cool. I guess we'll say hello to them and see what are they like. They're not like got some weapons out ready to attack. They're just
they're just sitting around outside the hut. They seem to be talking to each other.
Cool.
Can you hear outside what's happening outside the hut? Or do you see?
It is.
I just closed
it doesn't mention.
Okay, then I guess you can hear. They seem to be talking about how much money they're going to make selling the powerful merchants inside this hut their stuff. They're like, they probably have so much money. Look at how sick this is, like, amazing spirits art. It's like built a building. Can you believe this thing? That's so cool. Do you think we're gonna learn that? Yes. After the money we make here, we're gonna join the Sand Spiders. And we're gonna become full warriors. And we're gonna learn how to make this ogre-sized hut. It's gonna be awesome.
Cool. Okay, so it seems like they want to either trade or steal from us,
Trade.
from what I'm gathering.
Oh, what's the difference?
They use the term sell.
Cool. Anyway, well, I guess. Okay, so if they're just kids, like they don't seem too dangerous, do they?
They've got like belt knives.
Yeah.
But yeah, to you guys, no, you can feel their aura. These guys are like level 2, so no,
Yeah.
they're
Cool.
like they're not full adults yet.
Cool. I guess we'll get up in the morning and open out and see how they react when four massively powerful people walk out and the head of the sand spiders.
Okay, one of them's like standing up in like a heroic pose with like one of the pieces of petrified wood above his head, as though it's like some kind of epic weapon, pointing off in the distance and giving like some speech about how he will rule everything that he can see. And then he sort of slowly pans to look at you guys as you come out of the tent. And just, the other guy's like wide-eyed. He's like, "Get it together, man." Oh, yeah. And he like tucks the stick behind his back and he says, "Powerful heroes, you obviously need
Some
earth
petrified wood.
bindings, obviously. And we have just been to the Lonely Woods, and we've been gathering some, nice pieces of petrified core, and maybe they have earth bindings inside them. We're not exactly spirit forgers, but these items sell in the city for tens of spirit coin. So we thought you look like you would like a deal, and we're here to take an opportunity.
You guys went into the Lonely Woods with that giant serpent that's been terrorizing everyone?
Okay, so Rukka talks to them. Rukka, can you make me a performance check, please?
We killed that.
That's
Yeah. But can you make me a performance check?
No. What I'm saying is that was like common
An
knowledge, right?
18. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, if you were in Dragon's Teeth, these guys are like, "Oh, Rukka, the Northern Warrior. Oh my God, it's because of you that Jeremiah and Odin made so much money. They came into town with all these bones from that giant serpent, and they sold it, and now they own like a villa, just them. Ah, it's because of your slaying of that serpent that we were able to gather these materials, and soon we too will own a villa." Oh, all the truly enterprising urchins of the city have come out to the Lonely Woods to harvest and gather the resources. And only a few of them get eaten by giant spiders. It's really thanks to you that many of us are on the path to greatness, and only a few hundred of us have died.
But you didn't. You survived. That shows
That's
how
right.
truly mighty you are.
I agree. We are destined for greatness. Yes, sure. Jimmy, who was previously with us, was taken. But, I mean, at least he won't be hungry anymore.
Oh, we laugh. This is sad, actually.
Anyway, I guess you probably don't need earth bindings. But
I mean,
don't,
do we
but
want
I-
any?
I could sign a bit of that wood for you if you wanted.
really?
Yeah.
You would Well, actually, could you sign my knife?
Sure.
This is Spirit Slayer. It's definitely not made out of spirit steel. It's just made out of iron. He
Sure,
hands it
Rukka.
over to you.
Does anyone have anything to write with?
Absolutely. You have a
Yes.
set of. You have an incredibly amazing set of spirit tools, forging tools. So if you want to, you can chisel your signature into it.
Who has that?
Afanen has it.
Afanen, can I borrow your things to sign the things for the young heroes?
Wait, you want to borrow my what?
Your
I'm
tools.
glad you're paying attention.
My tools?
Yeah, your tools, so I can engrave my name on the Spirit Slayer.
Why don't I just engrave your name for you?
Well, it's not the same.
That way you won't break my tools.
It's like when you see a celebrity and you say, "Can I get your autograph?"
Wait.
And they get their PA to just say, get a rubber stamp out.
Yeah, that is horrible.
Would all the Northern Warriors sign Spirit Slayer? That will surely invest it with great power.
Oh, absolutely.
I can just sign it from all of us.
No.
You're missing
we
the.
gotta do it individually. That's the whole point.
Or we could put that logo that you designed for us on it for them. And he could be an honorary Northern Warrior.
No, we're not doing that. The only honorary Northern warrior is Joe.
That little girl that I gave my to.
Kridi
she's a
says that out loud as a side note. Kridi's like, no, he can't be a Northern Warrior. Joe is a Northern Warrior. And the kid just looks at the camel and is like, oh, he must be a magnificent spirit beast to be praised so highly. Oh, if only I had taken
He is.
the next step upon my path where I could see a creature's aura so that I could bask in the most powerful, mighty spirit camel that I've ever seen. Joe, who has not taken any steps along any path of ascension, just continues to like chew some morning cud.
Yep. It's holy cud. You'll be able to bottle
Yeah.
that soon.
definitely gonna engrave the North thing.
Okay, so you just, you guys can. You don't need the tools to do it. There are other. You've got anything you want can etch this blade. Like your blades are much harder. If you want to just scratch it in or whatever, they're happy
I'm
with
quite
whatever
happy
you
to.
do. If you want to do a tool check to see how good it is, if you're trying to spend time on it, but if you're just doing a quick scratching into the iron, that is also fine. He's equally impressed either way. He probably can't tell the difference. And yeah, he does have they have like 2 baskets of what looks to be sort of central chunks of these petrified trees.
I don't think we need to buy anything from them, honestly, unless any of you guys want to.
Do you even look to see if they have any bindings, or
You can have a look.
you're just like, eh?
Have a look, see what they've got. You never know, they might have lucked on something.
Yeah, it's the polite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of them has like a good chunk of wood that could be used to craft a non-metal item. So this would be a powerful enough material that it could be enchanted to be +1 and wouldn't count as metal. Okay.
Like the quarter stuff I have.
Yeah, like the quarterstaff you have.
Yep.
Or yeah, if you wanted to make like heavy armor out of wood, this would be the material to make it out of.
Cool.
And one of them has a 2nd level binding. He's also got a couple of 1st level bindings, just mixed in amongst like a whole lot of pointless petrified wood that's worth nothing.
Well, we can get that, I guess. Not the crappy stuff, but...
Yeah. I shouldn't say it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing to you guys. You guys are
Yeah.
looking for more powerful material. This could be still enchanted with bindings, but it couldn't be enchanted with level 6 bindings.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you want to buy the first level bindings off him, he's willing to sell them for 10 gold. He'll also sell the second level binding for 10 gold because he doesn't know what it is. So he's basically willing to sell any piece of wood to you for 10 gold. The massive chunk of like better petrified wood, that's like such a large block that it'll cost 60 spirit stones. It's pretty much half of his basket is like, he's like, this feels like real dense wood, like even more like heavy than the other stone branches and
How
trunk.
heavy is it?
It's, if you turn it into armor, it will weigh the same as regular steel because you can shave it down to be thin enough. But at the moment, it's like it's going to be about an 80-pound big rock.
Kaylee, your mic's making weird noises.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
squeaking a bit.
So it's like a massive 80-pound like core of a tree.
Cool. Well, 80
I
pounds.
guess
80 pounds isn't terrible and could easily go on Joe. All right, because
I guess we want to buy it then. We'll probably find some use for it later on.
that's right. I'm a woodworker as well, so I can.
Oh,
Use
okay,
it.
sweet, yeah.
So what are you buying off them? That big chunk?
That big
I
chunk.
think just the big chunk, yeah.
Okay. You don't want the bindings? Very well.
May as well take some of them. How many have they got?
They've got 2 level 1s and a level 2. They'll sell any piece of wood to you for 10 gold because they don't know what any of them are worth. But they're just hoping that, some of them are.
All right, so
valuable.
2 level 2s, a level 1, and the big chunk. So that's 4 pieces of wood.
Oh, well, the big chunk will cost you 60.
60.
The
so
little,
3
the regular one
and the
cost
big.
you.
So that's
Yep.
90. I'll give him 100.
Oh, who do you give the extra 10 to?
I don't know. The one that's closest to me.
Ooh.
You hand it over all at once, right?
Yes. Although.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. Is one guy selling the big chunk and the other guy's selling the small chunks, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. In that case, I'll give the guy who's selling the bindings. Actually, you know what? I'll give the guy selling the bindings. I'm getting 3, so I'll give him 50. And I'll give the other guy 60.
Cool.
So I'll give him each an extra 10.
Okay.
There you go. Easy.
Sure. All right. They're very grateful. It was the guy with the bindings who you signed, Spirit Slayer. And
how do we all do? Can we roll? I just want to see how good or
yeah,
terrible
absolutely. Is this just it's a rush job though?
You just want to see whether or not Spirit Slayer gets
no
destroyed.
one's spending an hour here, okay? So this is a rush job, so everybody can make the check at disadvantage as you just sort of scratching into the blade. Just
could I use my expertise but with cartographer's tools to make it at least somewhat nice?
absolutely. Yes,
Excellent.
yeah, you can use cartographer's tools. Your cartographer's tools are hard enough to cut into his.
I probably wouldn't use the actual tool. I guess, but it's just yeah.
Okay, so you get Afanen gets a 14. Everybody just make a tools check at disadvantage. A 13. Yep, good. These are both very nice.
I have wood carver's tools.
That's fine. Absolutely. That'll work. That'll work for you. You're like so powerful compared to this area.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
You're easily able to like cantrip your tool to be magical and scratch iron.
Nice.
Same with leatherworkers tools.
Absolutely. You're just like using.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Scratch.
Nice.
You still need to do it at disadvantage, Rukka. So another roll, and I'll take the worst.
Oh, well.
Okay. So
That's
we've got a
pretty good.
17, a 19, a 13, and a 14. A 19 is 1 extra success. So it has a particularly nice signature from Åvna. Everybody else's is solid. Yeah, they're all quite nice. It's a very impressive dagger for this kid. He's like, wow.
So who's your favorite, guys? Who do you like? Whose story?
We're not getting into this. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, they love Rukka. There's no two ways about it. You did the best performance checks inside the arena, so yeah.
And you're also just like the most well known of us, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because he's
Rukka's
the most
talked to the most
gregarious.
people. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. But not the most famous with everyone. For example, with Jack and the Sand Spiders, Åvna is actually sort of the local hero with the Sand Spiders because Åvna was like the first person to sort of be seen as the person who rescued them. Yeah. Anyway.
Just dust my shoulders off there.
Yeah. That's right. We're a team. It's fine.
Yeah. It just depends. Yeah. Also true. I mean, so amusingly, when you rescued the sand spiders, Afanen actually just stealthed the entire time. Like they didn't even realize that like Afanen took part in the rescue. They were just like a person who turned up afterwards.
There's only three. There's only 3 members of Northern Warriors, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's right.
No,
Because
Åvna
didn't fight in the arena.
There would be absolutely whispers of the 4th member who
Yeah.
hasn't been seen, could be anywhere at any time. It's like no one knows what they look like. All that type of good stuff. Because
That's right.
it's known there's 4 of us. Like that's a pretty common thing, just with regards of
Yeah.
anybody who's interacted. So, but the fact that one of them is almost never there, there's almost
Shadow.
certainly a complete and utterly incorrect assumption about Afanen.
That's right. All right, yeah. So that's the morning for you. They head off, super happy.
Should we tell them not to mention this to anybody they meet on the road?
So after you guys like sort of talk to them and stuff, Amir, Jack, and Hank are like getting ready and packing their stuff up, and they will see like Amir's there, who's amazingly even a bigger hero to them than you guys because he's like an elder who's willing to accept other people into his tribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like this is like the most important person in the wastelands if you're like an urchin. So they're like, oh, we have money. We're gonna get even more money, Amir, and we're gonna train. We're gonna go to one of the fighting schools, and we're gonna become great warriors. And we're in like 2 years we're gonna be sand spiders. You'll see Amir. And they sort of go to run off, and Amir will take them aside and talk to them a bit, and come back and just say, look, I've told them to avoid like the main road because the exiles will definitely be coming down here, and it's probably better for them if they don't get questioned
or involved whatsoever. Absolutely, I was going to suggest the same thing.
Alright, so we got. Let me put this on the little character sheet. 2 level 2 earth bindings. 1 level 1 earth binding. Oh, level is spelled L-E-V, not L-E-F. And what was this big chunk called?
You can call it petrified wood, level 6.
Petrified wood, level 6 chunky boy.
Yep, chunky boy. 80 pounds. 80 pounds of chunky boy.
That's 80 pounds on Joe Camel.
Excellent. All right, you guys so far have traveled 71 miles from deep water. Let's see where that puts you. Where's my measuring tool? Measure. Am I on it? Oh, I am on it. Interesting. Okay. So you're pretty far along. You're most of the way there. Are you going to do the same as you did yesterday to rush along here?
Yeah, probably. That seemed to work pretty well.
Oh,
Whereabouts
do
are
we-
we? No. Whereabouts are we now? 80 miles. 10, 20, 40.
71 miles, actually.
I would be very hesitant to do what we did yesterday due to the
Why?
fact that myself and Rukka had 0 spell slots left. We are
we don't want to have an encounter in fresh water.
as we are getting closer towards the Blood Knives enclave, they will have agents out and about. They had them in deep water, for God's sake. If we
Look, it's not wrong.
if we have an encounter and we have 0 spells,
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
hmm
I guess we can just reduce the intensity then.
we've made
Leave
70
you guys with the
70
sort of
odd
spells.
miles in 2 days, and hopefully the plant growth, which is permanent, and the 24-hour hallucinatory terrain will slow them down. So I think we've got a fairly decent gap. I'm not saying we go slow, but I don't think we need to bust our guts.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. If you don't want to save your spell slots and just travel at a fast pace for our regular speed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can do half a day's worth of stuff as well. We can push hard for half a day. That won't burn all our resources. How about we do that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So you're trying to travel like 30 miles today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do about there. Very well. Okay, so resource-wise, that's going to cost you 12 levels worth of spell slots. Well, 16 actually. 16 levels worth of spell slots. Sure. How do you want to split that up? Afanen can contribute up to 3. So maybe decide how many Afanen wants to give up first. Afanen? Oh, Kaylee, you're
Yeah, you
muted.
can have all 3 of them. I don't know if my mic is still being weird, but you
Okay.
can have them.
No, it seems
No,
pretty
No,
right.
you're good.
Seems fine now.
Yep. Okay, so 13 between Rukka and Åvna then.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking as well, I might try and do another plant growth. Just one more on the road.
How long's the plant growth last for?
I don't think it's got a duration of instantaneous.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
go
It doesn't
away.
end?
No.
Oh my god, you're terrorizing the wastelands. They'll just
Yeah.
be giant tumbleweeds forever.
Yeah.
You've created a new strain. You monster. You absolute monster.
I am
Oh
sure
my
that
god.
in time they will learn to harvest them.
it's
It's a new branch of agriculture.
You've made the wastes more dangerous. I approve. Okay.
It's not dangerous. It just makes it a bit slower to go by.
Giant tumbleweed.
Tumbleweeds, it'll just
These-
invade the city in a day or 2. Not gonna
They're
stay
like-
put.
They're like toxic brambles. They're pretty messed up. All right, cool. Okay, so you're thinking of doing that again? Very well. That'll be a skill check. I guess you'll get Amir to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay, that's 2 successes. So, yep, you don't even need to make an. Oh wow, that was your nature. You don't even need to make survival. You've already got 3 successes. Why are you rolling more? Actually, you already had 5 successes. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's so many successes. It's crazy. Yeah, you find like another bunch of these giant bramble. Oh well, not giant at the moment, but you quickly make them into giant bramble weeds that tumble away. Now they seem to be a little bit more. They move a little bit faster, crush a little bit harder.
The whole point is to make it like a slow down patch. But
Yeah. Previously, they might injure a rat rolling over them. Now, that rat'll die. That's what they're like. This could like give someone a seriously sprained foot
Screw you,
or
Skaven.
knock them over. Sorry,
I said screw you, Skaven.
that's right. Yeah, a slave rat might be in trouble. Clan rat, he's probably okay, but a slave rat, he's in some trouble from these things. Yeah. Hit by a whole swarm of them, maybe take down a clan rat. Yeah. Exactly.
So how many of the 13 do you want to do? I'm happy to do 8 as a starting point.
I can do the other 5. I've just spent 3, so I can do another levels. I can do another 5 if you want. That's fine.
Well, that puts us on the same amount of spots left, so that works nicely.
Well, a little bit less for you because you've got 1 level of Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you spent the same. Yes, agreed. Yeah. All right. So, yep, knock off whichever ones you want. That is still pushing it during the day, which means that Åvna will make it with advantage.
Yep.
Just a DC 13 con.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's a fail. For the first time. Kridi.
It's because you rolled a Kridi failed the other day and dug her heels into my ribs.
Balance.
Yeah.
Kridi's fine.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? What's the DC again?
13.
What's that? No, that won't make it. Ignore that. Yep. I need to roll a 7 on my D6.
Oh, that's true. But you know what? I should have given you inspiration for everything that you've set up. So you should have 3 inspiration. I should have given Rukka 1 inspiration for the tiny hut because that was adorable. I will also say I'll give another inspiration to Rukka for dealing with the children. So you can upgrade yours to a D12 Grail, Åvna, and Rukka should upgrade theirs to a D10. Kridi, did you do something that was super cool? What did you do? You've just ridden on the camel, which is hilarious, but you don't get inspiration for that.
No, I'm literally useless. This is not what Kridi is good at whatsoever. I can't do anything to help anybody. I'm bad at traveling fast myself.
Kridi's like, this is not my moment, guys. Yeah. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
There you go. I use that inspiration to pass.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough. All right. That will be the inspiration that I should have given out for cool things. Okay, so I'll need a Constitution check from Rukka and a Constitution check from Afanen. DC's a 13. So that's a fail from Rukka. And from Afanen, we've got a success, but not enough to carry Rukka through. Nobody got enough to carry Rukka through. Oh, actually, Afanen using the inspiration can pull Rukka through.
There you go.
Because actually got an 18 with +10.
Nibble, nibble.
Yeah, that's big inspiration right there. Way to roll a 10. Okay, that will leave Amir. We'll see how he went. That's a 1, followed by a nat 20, 27. He can help people out. We've got Hank and Jack.
Just Jack.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
Hank
the other one's on
riding,
on the steed. Yeah, so he's fine on the steed, and also a total of 21 with 17 plus 4, which amusingly is the die. Yay. Yep, they're both good and would be able to help people as well, but it's unnecessary because you've all pulled through anyway. Okay, so you guys move your 35 miles. Tuck it out at sort of the end of it, which puts you here, basically. And
Almost
you
there.
rest up in a tiny hut, I guess, overnight. Let's see if you encounter anything during the day quickly. Oh my god, really? Okay, so you run into a group of what seem to be refugees in sort of the middle of the day, coming down the road.
Mhm.
They move to like avoid you.
So this is while we're in the hut.
No. This is in the middle of
It's
the day.
during the day.
So
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
like
okay.
this is like halfway through the day. There's
Okay,
like
yeah.
this group of people, and they move off the road. They're like trying to avoid you by like 300 feet.
What are they? Can we tell where they're from? Like freshwater
They're
isn't like a settlement,
They're
right?
ahead. Yeah, it is a settlement. There's people who live there.
Oh, okay. So they might be coming from that. Okay, we probably should figure out what's going on. Like that seems bad.
Moo.
What's going on is probably
Camp-
the blood knives.
Camels don't move, but
I know, but I don't know what the sound one makes, so I just say moo.
Stop spitting.
This camel
Don't
says
they do
moo.
like a weird grunt and click? Anyway,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just the blood knives that they're running from.
Okay.
Do we want to stop and talk?
I mean that's again. It's if they are they avoiding us because they just can't be. They just don't want to interact with us, or they're scared. I guess both, right?
Big, powerful party.
Do you want to make an
Absolutely.
insight to see what they're doing?
Down the road.
Absolutely,
Sure. You're like looking at them as they're sort of
it's gonna be
moving far off the road to avoid you, trying to work out what they're doing.
bad. Okay, well, 22.
22. Look, you can see worried faces, like some children being like moved to the back of the group. Some people who look to maybe be level 4. You can't really tell from this far away, but they're like have weapons and are sort of in between you and the children. Yeah, they look like they've seen a very dangerous group of people on the road and they want no part of it. They're like, those guys might kill us or take our stuff. They also seem to have heaps of stuff. That's the other thing. Like they've got carts that are like fully burdened down with random shit. You don't see anything that looks particularly valuable, but
I mean, we wouldn't just take their stuff anyway, right, guys?
They don't know
I mean,
that. Moo.
yeah, they don't know that, and also, I mean, you could, right? Like,
Yes.
just to be clear, there's probably maybe 600 spirit coins worth of stuff here.
Are you trying to encourage us to steal from?
No, I'm
refugees?
just saying that they're like
I'm
there's
just
like
saying.
all our worldly possessions, and they're worried that you'll just take them from them, and then
mean,
kill them.
If they're that concerned, then I probably don't want to unless Rukka, you want to go up and try and be friendly.
No, Rukka will just kind of wave at them and smile as he's absolutely belting past them.
Do they? Yeah, I guess. Do they need? They're like struggling, or is it just?
They don't seem to be injured or anything like that.
Yeah.
Struggling. I mean, they don't seem particularly poor. They're not like
Yeah.
poor like the two kids who are outside your ogre hut were. Ogre Den, the new spell. Yeah. They're not.
That's
They're
all
not
right. That's
struggling
fine.
with those
I was
guys.
just say if we don't need help and we don't really want to. I mean, I guess it'd be good to know why they're leaving, but it's probably not that important.
All right. So yeah, you guys make camp at the end of the day. Yep. Nobody needs to be on watch. During the night,
Arthur.
we'll see if Arthur is on watch. Oh, so you're putting Arthur on watch again? All right.
Of course.
We'll see if anything randomly comes to attack you. You are now near a village that has sentient beings in it, so they might grow interested in you. Therefore, I'm going to drop it to a D10. So let's see if we roll any ones.
Immediately.
Oh, baby. Well, they can't tell how powerful you are, as a side note. Okay, now Arthur, on the other hand, he only eats an item on a 1 on a D20.
Can Taraxuk watch Arthur?
He can, but he probably can't.
Arthur might
he
eat
can
him.
sort of stop Arthur, but he, like, I don't know. It's going to become a familiar slapping, cripple fight.
They're the odd couple.
Like one of them does damage and the other one flies. It's like, no, I'm going over here. No. Yeah. Okay, so he's fine. Arthur, does he notice these guys who will try to sneak up? Let's see how many of them come out to play. 18 villagers decide that they can take on this tent. There can't be more than 8 people in there. Maybe a camel.
So they're just
What?
they're not just random people.
Yeah. Well, they're like level 3, level 4 people.
This is the desert. Everyone's tough. It's like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. These are like, desert survivors / warriors, and there's some like weird fucking hut just turned up outside the village, and they're like, yeah, I think we could probably kill those guys. They're gonna head out and try to ambush you.
I guess
It's
just
a
in terms
bright
of
red
like,
and blue hut.
And that. All right. So how did we go here? Success, fail, success.
what are we rolling for? Or what are
He's
you
rolling
for?
opposed D3s, I think.
I'm seeing who Arthur doesn't see.
Oh, okay.
Arthur doesn't see, or rather, Arthur sees. I'm cheating. That's wrong. Do that. Gain, and one more time. There we go. Okay, so fail.
Does Arthur have access to? Because I used him to help get the observation feat.
No, he just has his perception. He doesn't get your feats.
Okay.
All right. So he spotted a few of them. So in the morning, Arthur tells you that there's like 6 guys lying in ambush outside the tent. Does Åvna want to have a look to see if there's people hiding around the camp?
Sure.
I assume we all have a look because that's
absolutely.
It's a
sure.
transparent
Everybody
thing.
can make me a perception check with advantage because you can just do it inside the hut for like a good amount
there we
of
go.
time. 24. Okay, so these guys have +4 to hide. So literally no one is able to hide from Kridi. There's a couple of people who managed to hide from Åvna, and a couple from Rukka, and yeah, a reasonable amount managed to hide from Afanen. Afanen only sees like the 6 people.
Can I just use my passive perception instead, since it's 25?
No,
Wait.
no, you can't. You chose to look. If you had have used your passive perception, you would have also spotted everybody. But you were like, you're looking around, and you're just kind of tired in the morning. You know, you needed that wake up pep in your step, and you've just missed them somehow.
Cridi's been eating
You've
too
missed a
many.
couple,
Cridi's been eating too many snack
Cridi's like,
bars when she's been on the back, and she's starting to get a crink.
So okay, just a couple of things. So the people that are in what's the name, in like Freshwater, are they like belonging to any of the clans, or are they just like?
no. Well, some will, but not these guys. These guys seem to be clanless.
Cool. So like, but do they allow like travelers to come to them and do things like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they've just decided that this is a opportunity, I guess, or it's something weird.
Well, they just seem to be hiding around your hut. You don't know what they're doing, but they do seem to be in like an ambush formation. They've all got like weapons. They're all like hiding. Some of them have brought out sheets and like covered it in sand and just have like their eyes poking out. There's like 3 of them managed to hide from Åvna, and only Åvna's like there's 15 of them out there. Kridi's like there's 18 of them out there. Damn.
That's
Points
A
out
lot
those
like
extra 3.
we could probably take them all, but I don't want to. Like, as long as we're not a threat to them, I think we'll be fine, right? Although, like, it is very hostile for. I guess I'll literally just turn to Amir and ask, like, is this are they this is the normal thing for Freshwater? Like, what's the?
This is a bit, opportunistic behavior. They probably think that we're rich merchants. Maybe if they can get away with it. But I think, as soon as they sense my power, let alone your power, they're gonna just stay hidden.
Back down real quick.
They're just gonna unless like any of them look. I can't really sense them all from this far away, but as long as all of them are far enough along their path that they can sense,
Us.
your relative power level, they won't attack. So as long as there's no level 2 people, we're good.
Okay, all level 2.
No. They seem to be the ones that are close enough that you can sense are like level 3 and 4.
Yeah, so
as long as none of them are like level 2 and just attack you, trying to like prove a point or something like that, you're going to be fine. And even if like a couple of levels 2s did attack you, probably all the rest would be like, whew, I saw nothing. I'm not with that guy.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, so I guess let's just get prepared for a battle just in case, but then like come out and put a stop to whatever they're thinking quickly.
So should I go out and introduce ourselves?
Once I think we should all go. I mean, we'll just wait for the tent to finish, and then we'll just be there, ready to go.
Yeah.
All fully armored, ready to go. Just like, yeah, cool.
Can I hide behind Joe Camel?
Yeah, absolutely. You can become one with Joe Camel's shadow.
But yeah, and Rukka, feel free to just open with a friendly chat and see how they respond to that.
Okay, sure.
So as the tent dissolves around us, we just stand there like heroes.
Okay,
Kind of.
sure. Make a performance entrance check. It can help with your persuasion. No. This is actually, you know what? This will be a group challenge. You're gonna have to pull it together as a group. Okay, I'm going to say that it's a 3-3. You need 3 successes before 3 failures. Standard rules apply. DC is 13. Choose the first person to make a performance check.
Does it have to be performance?
It does not have to be performance. You can use anything that you believe would be impressive. So intimidate would work. You could use like Arcana or religion or nature if you have a spell of that type that would help you. For example, thaumaturgy with religion.
So
Would anyone like a pep talk for a little bit of bardic inspiration beforehand?
Do you want some pointers? look, you need to do a pose like this.
I mean, are you confident, Åvna?
Yeah, I probably won't even bother, but we'll see what happens.
Well, come on.
You only need 3 successes.
Yes. So the answer to your question is, Rukka. Yes, Åvna needs your pep talk because apparently she's not interested.
But if Åvna's not even going to bother, then what's the point of giving the inspiration? Because she still has to spend it for it to be
you got to convince her. You know, that's part of the inspiration.
Meanwhile, Kridi like turns around to be like, Afanen, do you need? Wait, where's Afanen?
That's right.
Oh, I assume
Afanen
Afanen won't be doing this. That's just a given. That's not a weird thing.
Oh
I'd be
my
more
God.
surprised if you were visible.
Wait. Well, Åvna or Afanen have to do a check unless you're going to get Joe Camel to try and be impressive. That will involve a pep talk. That Camel's going to need some serious bardic inspiration.
Come on,
with his
Åvna. Let's do it.
-3.
Let's put on a show. Why not?
Charisma.
Åvna doesn't put on shows.
If you
at
just
the
tell
moment,
Åvna to turn into a wolf, that'll be impressive enough.
At the moment, I am learning spells.
Well, that's okay. That would have been done once we leave.
Yes.
So
I could just summon a giant scorpion.
You could. Why don't you give this as a learning opportunity for Arthur on how to, bedazzle people with just your physical ability.
Oh,
you
yes.
just do you.
That would be amazing.
I will do me.
I can memorize anything that I've seen. So after Rukka does his thing, I can compare the facial expressions of the crowd from Rukka to the facial expressions of the crowd when you do your thing, Åvna. Won't that be fun?
Sure. You go first, Rukka.
Are you giving Åvna bardic inspiration?
Yeah, I'll give Åvna bardic inspiration.
Alrighty.
What are we trying to do to them again?
22. This is just hero
Showing
poses as the tent dissolves around you.
As a
22
warriors.
Rukka, just sort of he's sort of flapping, his robes a little bit with some like sleight of hand.
Just hands
making
behind
sure.
the back.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
Hands at the skull of the back with the fingers just gently flipping the cloak.
I'm going to use Arcana because that's one of my strongest things. It'll be like, yep, show off, magical bullshit.
I can use perception. I'll just say, I see you over there picking your nose. Stop it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So you got a 9, which is a fail.
I don't even have any inspiration or advantage.
I know. Tragic. I'll give you inspiration after this. You can't use it for this for convincing Åvna to succeed, and I'll give you double the inspiration if Åvna fails spectacularly, because that's even better. All right, Åvna, now's your chance. You can recover it all. It's 2 successes to 1 failure so far.
This is fucking stupid.
What are you doing to impress them?
Oh, fine. I'm going to get out my spear and I'm going to twirl it. I'm going to use
twirl it?
Yep, there you go.
All right. Sure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Are you... Yeah, okay. You're even using Arthur to help you with some sort of archaic desert warrior fighting patterns to help you do something that's particularly impressive. Are you using your bardic inspiration, or are you happy to sit on a 27?
Yeah, let's use the bardic inspiration. What is that?
D8. D8.
Sure.
Oh my goodness!
My God.
35. I think that's the biggest skill check we've seen.
I'm pretty sure this is all because you just said you didn't want to do it, Grail.
All right.
You are
That's,
by and far the most impressive person there.
Whoa.
Well, hey, we succeeded.
You certainly did. Åvna
Me and Rukka got bloody upstaged completely.
Rukka's putting on an excellent show, and then it's like in a burst of cannon fire, parachuting in, just rows of applause, phantom spectators. Where did that 30-piece band come from? Anyway, it's very impressive. My God. It's Jason Bourne. Anyway, Kridi, you can pick up inspiration for managing to talk Åvna into doing that. That was nicely done. Okay, Rukka, you can have advantage on your persuasion check. The DC is 7. But the more you beat them by, the better you can like order them around afterwards, because they're just going to try to please you.
Oh my God!
Oh, whoa. Okay, sure. So you beat the DC by 4. So you got 4 successes. You can ask them for 4 things if you wish.
What do we want? Do we want food, water?
Well, what's their reactions first? What are they? Because like they're ready to ambush as soon as they saw people,
Yeah.
right?
Like seeing that you guys can see them, sort of thing. Some of them go to hide, but Åvna, during like the spear twirling thing, just like sort of points to every hidden person during it. At which stage they realize, they've all been spotted, and they all like kowtow and are like, marvelous warriors. One of them tries to lie and say, "Oh, we were just hoping to help you in the morning," and just looking at you realizes, that's not going to fly. And apologies, we didn't know who you were, and we thought, that maybe you were blood knives. This seems to be a partial truth, but not the whole truth. Like maybe you were some blood knives, or some people who could steal some shit from.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. He does say, "We never meant anybody like you any harm." That's definitely true.
Like us.
Yeah, like you.
Alright.
Yeah.
This is your
Well,
show.
I guess let's head to Freshwater.
We
I
had
guess they
4
can
things
provide
to
some
ask them,
accommodation.
so I guess information as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can ask for some food and drink, and then we can
Absolutely.
discuss what the other 3 things that we want are later.
Yeah, absolutely.
How far away are we from Freshwater?
We were right near it,
We're
weren't
about
we?
10 miles
Let
or something. weren't we?
me. Yeah, you're a bit over 10 miles, maybe 15 miles. Yeah,
Cool.
15 miles ish. It's going to take you half the day to get there, but yeah, you make it.
Well, we'll
Easy.
probably be going slower with everybody, with his entire pack of us.
They will move at your speed. they're like, we will definitely not slow them down. If some of you die, you die.
It'll also make us harder to
Jesus.
ambush anyway with that many.
Oh yeah, nobody is.
Yeah, like,
nobody wants to mess with you guys anyway.
if on the off chance that there's a scout party that's been sent ahead that's been keeping somewhat pace with us, the extra numbers are going to deter. So
Okay.
What do we want, guys?
But yeah, so I guess having accommodation and food and stuff about us would be nice to have a little bit of a rest after our extensive journey across there. Like it probably wasn't easy. I'm sure we're still a bit out of it. So we probably maybe would just ask for information on like the recent movement of the blood knives, if they know anything about that. Like that'd probably be a good start if they notice like more of them coming across the needles, or if they've been going back across the needles. Like, what's the general sense?
Do we need guides across the needles?
I don't know whether they'd have any, but like, we can certainly ask.
Are any of those guys guides? A great question. Let me see.
Like, well, even not
One
just
of
guides,
them,
people with more
one of them
experience.
could guide you across. There's at least one of them who's been across. Actually, 3 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. 4 of them. Huh. Which we'll just say happen to be those guys who are particularly good at hiding. 4 of them have been across, and one of those 4 is like a professional guide.
Cool.
I mean, that'll make the next part of our journey easier, surely.
Yeah, we should absolutely get help from that.
Asking for one of their aid is a favor.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why we're
Okay.
trying to work out what
Yeah.
favors we're going to ask.
Okay. So far, you've used 1.
You could also get them to ensure that if and or when the exiles turn up, that they don't let them know what we're doing, but you can have it done so much as a way that we're in competition with them, not that they're our enemies, because they might be more terrified of the exiles or more worried about the exiles. So if they think the exiles are hunting us or whatever, it might be a bad thing if it was just friendly competition. You know what I mean?
Or we could ask them if they could give the exiles a party to slow them down,
You could do that as well.
like celebrate them arriving.
I don't know whether they didn't seem to care in deep water. I don't think they'll won't accept it here. Like they'll just keep going if they want to.
Deep water was burning and they just didn't care.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to stop for a party somehow.
It's more likely just to give them slightly askew information, or just give them misinformation entirely.
So are you asking these people to give false information, or are you giving them false information that they'll pass on?
Both.
Okay, so you do both. You're like, hey, tell them this. We're actually going to do this other thing that's also a lie. Okay, so what's the lie that you're telling them, and what do you want them to tell?
Yeah. So
the
basically,
exile?
what we're going to pretend, as I think, as Rukka said, like I think the best thing to do is pretend we're in like competition rather than
It
being
wasn't
hunted
Rukka
by.
that said that. God.
No, it wasn't Rukka that said that. That made far too much sense.
Maybe you reinforced it. Look, Kridi. Look, Kridi already. Look, you repeated it, and Kridi assumed it was you.
Rukka just said give him a party.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I guess so. We'll pretend that we're in competition with them. That's a good idea. I guess we'll say like we're going to. What would make them slow down? I mean,
We're going in a different direction.
Does Afanen think of anything that maybe they would like to ask of these guys as a favor?
I was also still trying to think of what we should tell them to tell them.
Tell them we're
Okay,
going
you're
this
thinking
way,
misinformation.
but get them to tell us we're going this way.
and then we go straight out the middle.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I guess we'll be going whatever the way the guide says is best, which...
Yeah, so basically I'm thinking get them to go, tell them we're going one way, but tell them to tell the exiles we're going in the exact opposite.
The other way.
And then we go somewhere different. And the reason that we've got these is because our spirit guides have told us that that is the best way to go. Because that was what we told Jiro, that we were going because our spirit guides had directed us. So that has continuity with the first fib. And continuity is important when using deceit.
Okay, sure. Okay, so food and drink, and you've asked for them to give this misinformation. That's 2. You're taking a guide. That's 3. You're just taking the guide. Is that correct? You're not taking any of these guys who have been through the needles before.
I think just the one who
You're
actually
just
knows what they're
taking the
doing
one
should be
guide.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And a 4th favor.
So we're planning to hopefully rescue a whole bunch of slaves, yeah, from the pit and from the blood
Yeah.
knives.
Yeah. Captured people.
Possibly having them
Prisoners.
prepare an actual like proper way to like get them, fed, attended to, etc., might be really good. Because like I'm sure the state we're going to find them won't be in the best. They're probably going to be sick or starving, malnourished, etc. For trying to have some kind of response in freshwater, which is the closest place we'll have to take them directly to there, might be good.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
That's a thing. Like, is that a?
They're gonna struggle, but yeah, they can have like food prepared. They'll supply food for any people you bring back across for like a day. Yeah, absolutely. They can
Like,
help.
is that
They can help any
reasonable?
refugees. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can do that.
I'm asking whether we want to use that, like, because I totally understand wanting to use something for more practical purposes, but Kridi is.
The other option is, can you commute a service to a future service? Can you
Just
have one
hold a favor.
have one in a pocket?
Yeah, but it will wear off like eventually.
That's
You can't
fine.
like they're gonna. Yeah.
That's fine, because what I was thinking was in line with what Kridi was saying. Instead of getting them to plan it in advance for something that may or may not happen, if we turn up, we can have them provide shelter at that point in time.
Yep. Okay. You want to hang
Which
a
also
favor over
means
them? No
that
problem.
they won't be making those preparations
Correct.
when the exiles turn up.
Yeah, or
Alright.
or even worse, if blood knives wander through here and say, "What are you guys doing?"
Okay, so you discuss this like over lunch, taking like a short rest in the middle of the day, and you've still got like half a day ahead of you. So you've asked for these 3 favors and a holding one. Is there anything else you want to do in freshwater? Everybody can make me a perception check while in town as a side
Can I
note.
choose my passive?
You can choose your passive if you want.
25.
Absolutely. Okie dokie.
You're distracted. Well, we tried.
Okay. So Åvna will notice that there's like this group of 3 people watching you, and as you like check them out, can you make me a deception check?
No.
To see if you well you're gonna make one anyway. This is to see if they notice you noticing them.
So I can roll the dice for it, but I won't
Yes.
make it.
Well, that's what you have to do. You have to roll the dice for it.
Oh.
So an 8, hey. It's not bad.
It's better than what I normally get when I roll charisma checks.
Yeah, sure. And we'll see if they notice that.
We'll Åvna see them noticing him, noticing them.
Yeah, absolutely. You see everything. So you see, like, you see them, you notice them, you turn and you look at them like properly, at which stage you realize that they're like blood knives in disguise. They've got like a certain aura, like this killer aura, and you also notice like one of them has a blood whip, which is obviously a blood knife weapon. It's like a heretical weapon. And they notice you noticing them, and if you wanted, like, they turn to run. So if you want to go to initiative, you can. They are about 100 feet away from you.
I think we should try and get him. We don't want. We got on the warning.
Why are
You're
you
I'm
talking?
aware.
You don't roll initiative. Åvna will roll initiative, and it will be down to Åvna and them having a surprise round, and then everybody else will jump in afterwards.
Yep.
Indeed. Where did my initiative? Looks like I got rid of the macro. That's
Only
all
I
right.
rolled more than 6.
But yeah, if you don't want to say anything, you can just let them run off, or you can roll initiative. All right, you have decided to go to initiative. Damn, well
I've chosen
played.
the path of violence.
You
Yeah.
have chosen the path of violence. Let me
Right, get up a tracker.
I didn't have a battle map for this because I didn't think about it. But okay.
You can do it theater of the mind if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. They're 100 feet away from you. There are 3 of them. Let me open their sheets. They're this guy. 3 of these losers. What's their bonus to initiative? Oh, 0. Wow. I need to put out an initiative tracker. Where's the initiative tracker now?
It's still in the same kind of place. I think.
Measure. Turn order. Oh, it's called turn order now.
Yes.
Ooh, it's
Åvna.
got Ognar on it. Why?
Because he was probably there.
Because he's always there.
Remove all.
6 seems pretty low for Cognar.
Clear. Yeah, he must have rolled absolutely
Yeah,
pez.
I was gonna say if you roll a 1, he rolls a 1.
Yeah. Okay, so he might have been choosing to go late in the turn. Who knows? Who knows what he was doing? So what did Åvna get? Sorry,
17.14.
17. Can you just roll again and I'll edit it?
Sure.
Oh, can I do it if I don't have a token? No. Oh, let me drag a token onto the board. Hello. Oops.
Oh.
That's
Yo,
that's not.
I'll take that one instead.
80 miles away from them. You're a bit behind, unfortunately.
There's 3 of these losers. And they're gonna go do. Oh, it just keeps re-rolling it. Damn it! How I have to pull 2 more of them to the. Oh, I'll just take the first roll. That's fine. Which I think was an 8. Alrighty. Alright, so Åvna goes first.
What is the so they're in freshwater. What is the surrounds like? What are they near? What is the environment?
So freshwater is a massive tent city. It looks like there looks to be 3 actual stone buildings, and everything else is like it's big. This is actually it's nowhere near the size of Dragon's Teeth, but freshwater is like the second biggest place. There's maybe 17,000 people in freshwater.
Big.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. It's a serious tent city. Just not many fixed locations. Then there's sort of people traveling out into the desert around here. You can see like a lot of people go to this massive lake that's nearby. I mean, it's a big lake. It's almost 10 miles across. So yeah, it's a big lake. And fish there and stuff. So it's like a big community. Yeah.
What is the collateral potential around where they are at the moment? So they have seen.
If you have the ability to set fire to tents, pretty big. Otherwise, not particularly. Oh, do you mean if there are people around? Yeah, there's people
all
around.
stuff like that. Yep. Okay.
There's like a big. There's sort of lots of street vendors and stuff. Most of the tents are like their own businesses. This is like the city of deals here. A lot of people who don't want to go to Dragon's Teeth. There's like there's no merchant tax in freshwater, so there's like a lot of bargaining and trading. It's almost just a big bazaar.
Okay. Sure. Okay, in that case, you said they're about 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to move up towards them and cast Entangle.
Nice.
All right. So how much do you move up towards them as a side note?
Well, I can move 30
30
feet.
feet? All right, cool. So I'm just trying to work out how far away you are.
Yep.
So you're now 70 feet away, and you cast Entangle on them. They are all close enough together that you can hit them with Entangle. For one of the first times in the desert, these sort of withered vines shoot out of the ground. They're quite thorny, not that it does damage to them, but it sort of grasps onto their ceremonial robes. To try and keep them in place. Now, do they make the save now or when they start their turn?
So it's considered difficult terrain.
When you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Or be restrained.
Okay.
Either way, it's
So
considered difficult terrain.
So there's 3 of them, and they make strength saving throws. Yes. No. No. Okay, so one of them's just like, and the other 2 get a 5 and a 7, which is pretty sad. Saving throw will be restrained by the plant until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use an action to make a strength check on its turn for yourself, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're on their go. One of them just like runs off.
Oh, I haven't finished. When I cast the spell, I'm also just going to yell out blood knives as loud as I can. Pointing,
all right.
Pointing my spear in their direction.
Sure. Fair enough.
He
Okay.
is still in difficult terrain, so running off will still be slow to start with.
Yep.
That's
fine. These 2 other guys.
Just as an FYI.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. We'll probably end it just after the surprise round, Kaylee. So that's fine. And we'll pick up from this point in a couple of weeks.
Indeed.
With you chasing down these poor 3 blood knives that have been left to watch freshwater, like the poor innocent noobs that they are. They've only killed many people. All right, so they'll both make strength checks. Wait, is it strength saving throws to try and break out? No, strength checks.
Strength saving throw. Yes, a strength check. So
restrained, they use an action to make a strength check.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they make strength checks, which is the same for them. They don't have a bonus, so it's fine. But anyway, to see if they break out, one of them does. The other one does not. Okay, so he spends his action, and he will get out of the effect, but he's barely moved away from you, so he's like 85 feet from you. This other guy is 115 feet, and the last guy doesn't move. He spent his action and is unable to move. Cool. Can he spend a bonus action? Let's find out. He yeah. He points at you and says, "You are an enemy of the blood knives." And yeah, he uses some kind of spirit art to mark you. Bing.
Oh no, whatever shall I do?
As an enemy. Yeah, okay, so we'll leave off here. I'll set up a battle map for next time. Excellent. And you guys can smash 3 level 4 characters. Yeah, this is going to be pretty one-sided, I'd be thinking, but whatever.
Well, if we can catch them.
If you can catch them, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're gonna. If one of them gets away, hey, nice. Good job.
That's what we're trying to prevent. Yeah, the challenge here isn't killing them. It's making sure none of them get away.
That's right. All right.
We're fighting against
gadget elk legs.
We've got range superiority. That was fun.
True.
Thank you for running that.
Indeed.
Yep, it was good. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad that we got back to sweet nothings.
Indeed.
I'm glad we've gotten past that massive traveling montage.
Oh yeah. Traveling. It's hard to decide whether you should do it or not, but this is a more realistic campaign, even though it's high power.
It's not bad. It was just interesting how we had some scorpions which ran away. We had some kids which we bought things off. We had some
You
refugees
guys are
which we
like
ignored. And
totally
we had some...
overpowered for this area. It's like imagine you're like 20th level characters and you return to the starter town. And I'm like, okay, I'll roll on the random encounter table. It's like 5 goblins. Okay, they attack you. Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad, but still, 3 giant scorpions? Like, what the fuck is that supposed to do? That's just a waste of time. Like, 3 giant scorpions, you're like, yeah, okay.